Everybody, a little harvest video. Got several nice looking zucchini, some bell peppers. These are my pattypan squash, and the tomatoes have definitely started. So let's go take a look at the garden's looking pretty good. I've made some changes, as you can see. Some beds have different things in them. We'll go through those in a few seconds. Here's the bucket crop, bucket plants, my peppers. Still waiting for my jalapenos to kick in. Looks like they're starting to, so that's good. They got some flowers on them. And tomatoes are still going. They look pretty good. Here's my corn in this bed. It's growing nicely. It's probably a little over waist high now. It's looking good. This is a little bed of pattypan squash. Got one little squash in there, I think. Hasn't gotten big enough. This bed is where I had my bush Blue Lake green beans, and they finished last week, or this week, and I dug those up. Dale Calder, he recommended that I leave the roots in there, so that's what I did. I just trimmed the tops off, left the roots, kind of tilled them up a little bit. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do. I got some okra that I put in here. This is kind of a crappy looking bed right now. This is the eggplant's struggling to survive, but it's full of eggplant. And I got some peppers on these plants. This is where I had my other bush Blue Lake green beans, and they're done. And I still have some pole beans that looks like they need to be picked today, but they'll be finishing too. This is just some Romas in a bucket, a pot. Got a couple off of there so far. Cucumbers are finishing too. My bush cucumbers, I pulled those up, and I got a few cucumbers left on there that are getting ready to mature. This plant right here, the ones that I have on the end, these tomato plants, you can see this little, I think this is a cherry, pretty sure, it looks like a cherry tomato. But these were just suckers that I just stuck in the ground, in this dirt over here. So this one's kind of going crazy, but it's got tomatoes on it. Didn't really do anything but just stick it in the soil and keep it watered. It looked really bad for a few days, but then it took off. So looks like I'll get a few little tomatoes on there, so that's good. Strawberry bed, doing okay. I have put this wildlife netting around my strawberries as well as my tomatoes, and just waiting to harvest. Looks like there's some back in there. I might have missed that one. I need to go look at that. Here's my pattypan bed. Looks like it's kind of hot right now, but we've had a little bit of rain today, so it'll be okay. And I don't see any more pattypan in there right now. Tomatoes, more tomatoes, doing well. These celebrities in the back really look good. If you're thinking about growing these, they seem to produce some decent sized tomatoes for you. This is the largest one that I've got so far was a celebrity, and it was 11.3 ounces. I just weighed it. So good sized tomatoes on here. As far as production, not a whole lot of tomatoes, but really decent size. That's just my experience so far. So they're looking good. And my aromas, these were from seed. These are Italian aromas here, and this one is Aroma VF. I got some tomatoes in my pots. These are what were these? Better Bush. Yeah, Better Bush tomatoes, and they're starting to ripen. Did not get a lot of tomatoes on those plants. My squash bed, I did already pick my first zucchini out of here, so it is starting to produce. Got one down in there too. So hopefully I'll get some yellow squash out of it. Looks like there's one in there that'll be ready in another day. This is my Sprite melon bed, and they are starting to make their way across the little bed here. That's what I wanted them to do. I have not seen any flowers on these yet, but don't think it'll be too long. And Sprite melons are little white melons, little kind of personal melons, super sweet, mixed between like a cantaloupe and, what did they say, an apple? It's crisp like an apple, so hopefully I'll get me one or two out of here and I'll be able to harvest it and do a little harvest video. This is my asparagus bed. It's doing its thing. Purple Hole peas have really taken off, and they are doing great. They like the heat, and got 4 rows of those in here. So that's pretty much it for the raised bed garden. Gonna make some plans on putting out some new stuff this week. This bed right here, because I left the roots from my Bush Blue Lake green beans, and they're high in nitrogen, I'm gonna put out more corn. I don't know if I showed you this bed. I don't think I did. We walked past it, but corn is really doing great in this bed. So hopefully I'll be getting me some decent ears off of this. And it's about the same height as that over there. Let's go look at the front of it. Looks nice, and my support system seems to be working. Alright, that is the... Wait, I didn't do this bed. Okra. These are my okra transplants that I grew, and I put these out this week too. These are Clemson spineless okra. Looks like I got one that's lost its spine. Looks bad. Anyway, little quick view here of everything. Hope everybody's had a good week. I'm going to do a quick traditional garden update on a different video. But that's it. Thanks for watching.